Astro Renaissance has been temporarily discontinued, so in today's video we are going to be talking about that. Alright, hi, TT here, and today we are going to be talking about Astro Renaissance being temporarily discontinued. Alright, so before the video starts, please make sure to like and subscribe and follow all of my socials. They will be linked in the description. Without further ado, let me get into the video now. So yes, as I would have said earlier on in the intro, Astro Renaissance has been temporarily discontinued for development. And honestly, I was so shocked when I heard about this situation because I was like, well, the devs are obviously working on Astro Renaissance, right? Like the devs are obviously going to be fixing all of these issues that I would have pointed out in my video where I was talking about Astro Renaissance has a lot of issues. I'll put the video on the screen right now, but when I saw this information on Twitter, I was kind of like, what? Like this actually cannot be true because it's like, where did this even come from? So I did some digging myself and I went into the actual official Astro Renaissance Discord server to see if it was true, and unfortunately it was true. So this was the tweet that was sent by @AquaNature6k on Twitter, and it reads, sadly, Tysm, the creator of Astro Renaissance, has confirmed a lot of the devs left and the game is temporarily discontinued / inactive. It sucks because it was a really good game with a lot of inclusivity, and it does. I will have to agree with that because it's like this game had so much inclusivity. Like there was so much for any part of like whatever religion, whatever race you were, this game had it. And I just remember all of those YouTubers like Call Me Haley and Bia Plays and how they were covering Astro Renaissance when everybody was basically boycotting Royal High. I mean, it didn't last long. It didn't last long at all, but like it's something that happened, and that was probably one of the only times that Astro Renaissance saw a bunch of success in terms of the amount of people that was actually playing the game. But as soon as people started to realize that there wasn't that much to do in Astro Renaissance, that's when people started to go back to Royal High. And one of the reasons why people basically went back and flocked back to Royal High was because that at the time that flowering season would have come around, the Starlight set would have released, and a lot of people just wanted to give their opinions on it. A lot of people thought it was pretty and it was over expensive, like it was over 200k, and that just caused a lot of people to just go back to Royal High because Royal High was the more entertaining game. There was more to do, right? So here's a screenshot I would have taken from the official Astro Renaissance Discord server with the creator basically providing an explanation as to why the game is not being worked on. And the picture reads, many devs left due to personal issues or lack of motivation. The team is currently inactive, many left, others are just inactive, and we also cannot afford that much as before because we do not gain the same amount of money as before, leading us to an inactive state of the game. I am very sorry for those that still support the game after all these months, and I would like to say thank you to anyone who supported us by spending money, promoting, or by simply playing the game. This project means a lot to me and probably many of you, as this would have not been without everyone who supported the game. The game did not receive an update. I simply had to change the Roblox chat system to the new one due to Roblox updates, forcing the devs to change their chat systems to the new ones, or else we would get the game moderated. Due to the game being inactive, I also removed the Halloween decorations and I used that icon, which I believe we never used. It was scrapped. I hope this can clear some confusion or doubts about the game, and as well, I don't know if this is a goodbye or a see you later, but let's hope for the best and see what the future has for us and for everyone. Thank you again and sorry for the lack of updates or communication. I hope we can continue the game someday. Now, when I was reading this over, I was legitimately so sad because it's like I had no idea that this was even said. I had no idea that Astro Renaissance just wasn't being updated, and all of the time when I was saying in my video where there was a lot of issues in Astro Renaissance, I just thought that the devs just weren't pulling their weight, when in reality there legitimately wasn't anyone to be working on the game, and it's a financial issue for them as well. So I genuinely understand where Alex is coming from, and it's really sad that this game is just not going to be updated as often or at all, according to what Alex would have just said in this statement. And this is also like a wake-up call to anybody that is coming up with a game, because it's like you can hype up anything in this game. Like, you could hype up how good the graphics are, you could hype up how good the sets are, but when it comes to actually keeping a game up and when it actually comes to making a game have a lot of replayability, that is the only thing that will determine if your game is actually good. And yes, there are a lot of people that love this game, even for what it has. Right now, I love the game as is, even though it is very laggy. But whenever you join the game, it doesn't really give you a direction of where you are supposed to do. As I would have said in my Astro Renaissance has a lot of problems video, there are just a lot of issues in Astro Renaissance that do need to be fixed, but unfortunately they can't be fixed because of what was just said. And as I would have said before, this is just a big wake-up call to whoever wants to start developing a game, because so many factors would need to play into this, because it's a financial issue. It's like getting people to play a game is the issue. Getting people to actually be on board to be developing the game at a constant rate, like that is something that a lot of these people need to deal with. Like, this could happen to any upcoming game that I have promoted right now. Like, this could happen to Monsterverse, this could happen to Momo City, this could happen to Hollow Hearts, this could happen to literally any game that is up and coming. And it's depressing to see that so many of these games are in this state, that they are constantly in the state of not being updated. And even if these games are being constantly updated, it's the fact that the game does not have that much replayability. Because when the Astro Renaissance Lunar Harvest update one of came out, I just remember that not that much people was playing it. Only around 200 people at the peak of it was playing, even when development was still going smooth. So it still is a matter of replayability, of how interesting your game is for people to join into the game. Like, you can't just put a bunch of things into one game and expect people to love it immediately. And one of those games that I genuinely think had that problem was Royalty Kingdom 2. Like, there were just so many realms all over the place, and I kind of get why they are rebranding, and I hope that when they rebrand to Tiara Tales, that everything goes smoothly in that route. And I hope everything can go smoothly for all of these games. So yeah, that is pretty much all I have to say on this topic. If you guys have anything to add, please put it down in the comments, and that is all I have to say on today's video. If you guys like the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and see ya!